Hi, and welcome to my channel. A while ago, I designed this little baby dragon, and I thought it would be really fun to customize it and come up with some different variations. If you want to make the original baby dragon, you can find a tutorial for that linked in the description. For this video, I came up with 3 fruity variations: a pineapple dragon, a strawberry dragon, and a grape dragon, and I'll be showing you how to make each of them. The finished dragons are pretty small, which makes them perfect for turning into keychains, and they're also fairly quick to make because of their size. Since the base dragon is covered in a separate tutorial, I'll only be going through the parts that I changed or added for these variations. I'll also try to include some information on how you can adjust the size of each part, so you can use the same principles for other small crochet designs as well. For these variations, you'll need some yarn in whatever colors you prefer. I used green for the stems and leaves, and for the fruits, I simply chose colors that reminded me of each one. I'm using DK weight yarn that's suitable for amigurumi, but you can technically use thicker or thinner yarn as well. This will just make your finished dragon bigger or smaller. You'll also need a crochet hook in a suitable size. I recommend using one that's slightly smaller than the size recommended for your yarn, as this helps keep the stitches nice and tight. Apart from that, you'll need a yarn needle for weaving your ends and sewing the different parts onto the dragon, as well as a pair of scissors. And with that, let's get started. Let's start with the grape variation. For this dragon, I simply changed the yarn colors of the base dragon to purple and green. I made the body, arms and legs purple and also made the wings purple with green details. Instead of the horns, I designed this little grape-like headpiece with a bubbly texture and a stem and attached it to the head. And that's pretty much all I changed, but I think it turned out really cute. So let me show you how I made the headpiece. I'm going to start at the top with the stem and work my way down. To show you how I made it, I'll be using pink and green yarn, which will probably make this look a little more raspberry-like than grape-like. But that's part of the fun. By simply changing the colors, you can create completely different designs. First, I start with a magic ring of 4 stitches. You can technically make the stem thicker by starting with more stitches in the magic ring. Then, working in continuous rounds or in a spiral, I add 2 more rounds of 4 single crochets. Again, you can add more rounds here if you want to make the stem longer. Now I want to transition into the bubbly part. I work an increase, followed by a single crochet. And repeat that sequence twice, bringing the total stitch count up to 6. Before starting the next round, I change to the color I want to use for the headpiece. For the next round, I work into the front loops only. I want to make 2 puff stitch increases into each stitch around. This is a little bit tricky, but definitely doable with a bit of patience. For my puff stitches, I use 5 yarn overs. If you find that too difficult, don't worry. You can also use fewer yarn overs. That will work just as well, although the texture will be a bit less bubbly. So I start by yarning over and inserting my hook into the front loop. Then I pull up a loop, giving me 3 loops on my hook. I yarn over again and repeat the same thing. I keep repeating this until I've made 5 yarn overs in total, which gives me 11 loops on my hook. Then I pull through all of the loops on my hook. I make another puff stitch into the same stitch and then repeat the whole process all the way around. By the end of the round, I should have 12 stitches in total. For the next round, I decided to keep working in continuous rounds. However, if you want your puff stitches to look less spirally and more like clearly defined rounds, you can join each round with a slip stitch into the first stitch and then chain one to start the next round. This will make the rounds look a little more even. I'll also show you the difference later on. For the next round, we're going to use the same type of stitches again. However, instead of making 2 puff stitches into the front loop of every stitch around, this time we'll work into both loops. So we work 1 puff stitch, followed by a puff stitch increase, and repeat that sequence 6 times. At the end of the round, you should have 18 stitches in total. I'm happy with the width at this point, but you can add another round if you want to make the headpiece bigger. In that case, you can work 2 puff stitches followed by puff stitch increase all the way around. For my version, the headpiece is now finished. I fasten off, weave in the ends, and then attach the headpiece to the head, as shown here with the grape example. And that's pretty much it for the grape variation of the dragon. Now let's continue with the strawberry dragon. This one is also very similar to the base design. I simply changed the yarn colors to light red and green and added a few short vertical stitches in light yellow to the front of the body to make them look like strawberry seeds. Instead of the horns, I made a little stem with 6 leaves to resemble strawberry leaves. I also curled 2 of the leaves slightly with my fingers to make them look a little bit more horn-like. So let's go through the steps for making the headpiece. We'll start with the stem and then work our way down to the leaves. First, I start with a magic ring of 4 stitches. You can also start with more stitches if you want to make the stem a little thicker. Then I work 4 single crochets in each of the next 2 rounds, so basically just single crocheting all the way around for 2 rounds. You can also add more rounds here if you want to make the stem longer. To gradually transition into the leaves, we work an increase followed by a single crochet, and repeat that sequence twice. This gives us a total of 6 stitches. In the next round, we increase all the way around, but only work into the front loops. So in each stitch around, I work 2 single crochets. At the end of this round, we have 12 stitches in total. This works perfectly for 6 leaves because that gives us 2 stitches for each leaf. If you want to add more leaves, you can simply adjust the stitch count accordingly. Now, to start making the leaves, begin with a slip stitch and chain 7. Starting in the second chain from your hook, work a single crochet, a half double crochet, two double crochets, and another half double crochet. Then skip 2 stitches. So basically skip the next stitch on the chain and the one after that, and work a slip stitch into the following stitch. Then chain 7 again and repeat the same process until you reach the end. If you want to make the leaves longer or shorter, you can simply adjust the number of chains and play around with the stitches. For example, you could make a very short leaf by chaining 4 and then working a single crochet, half double crochet and double crochet. Basically, you can use pretty much any combination of stitches, and each one will give you a slightly different leaf shape. The reason I skipped those 2 stitches between the leaves is to help the half double crochet lie flat, if that makes sense. I don't want the leaves to become super narrow in the middle. Instead, I want to make use of the full width of the half double crochet. Once you've finished the round, you should end up with 6 leaves. To finish off, you can secure the piece with a slip stitch into the first stitch and then chain 1. After that, fasten off, weave in your ends and simply place the headpiece onto your dragon's head. And that's it for the strawberry variation. Now let's continue with the last variation I designed, the pineapple dragon. Inspired by the top of a pineapple, I created this headpiece to resemble the pineapple leaves. There's one larger leaf in the middle, with 4 slightly smaller cone-shaped leaves next to it. All of the leaves sit on a little leaf base, which is then sewn onto the dragon's head. Apart from that, I didn't change much from the base dragon pattern. I simply chose light yellow and green to go with the pineapple theme, and I also added a few details to the front of the dragon's belly. These are just a few tiny X-shaped stitches that are meant to resemble the little spikes on a pineapple. Since this headpiece consists of 3 different parts, let's start with the first one, the leafy base that we'll attach the cone-shaped leaves to later. For this, we start with a magic ring of 6 stitches. Then, in the next round, we increase 6 times to get to a total of 12 stitches. To create the little leaves, we start with a slip stitch and then chain 4. Starting in the second chain from your hook, work a single crochet, followed by a half double crochet, and then a double crochet. Then skip the next stitch and work a slip stitch into the stitch after that. After that, repeat the same sequence by chaining 4 and working the same stitches again. You basically repeat this all the way around until you have 6 leaves. And if you watch the strawberry variation, you can now see another example of how you can change the shape of a leaf simply by adjusting the stitches slightly. Once you finish the last leaf, slip stitch into the first stitch and chain 1 to secure the piece. Then fasten off, leaving a slightly longer yarn tail so you can use it for sewing later. And that's it for the leafy base of the headpiece. Next, we'll make the cone-shaped leaf that goes in the center. We start with a magic ring of 6 stitches. In the next round, we work 6 single crochets all the way around, but only into the back loops. This helps shape the piece upwards. For the next 3 rounds, simply work single crochets all the way around. Now we can close up the cone at the top. To do this, I insert my yarn needle into the front loops of the remaining stitches and pull the opening closed. At the same time, this creates a little tip which makes the piece start to look more like cone-shaped. Now you can fasten off again and weave in the yarn tail towards the bottom so you can use it to sew the cone onto the leafy base later. And that's it. This is the larger cone that goes in the center of the headpiece. For the smaller cones, I start with a magic ring of 5 stitches. Then, just like we did for the larger cone, I work single crochets all the way around into the back loops only. For the next 2 rounds, I simply work single crochets all the way around. And once you're done, you can close the opening and create the cone-shaped tip in exactly the same way as before. Then repeat the same steps 3 more times so that you end up with 4 smaller cone pieces in total. Once you've finished all the pieces, you can assemble them as shown here. Basically, you sew the larger cone into the center, then place the smaller ones around it, and then attach the finished headpiece onto the dragon's head. And that's it! That's it, we've now gone through all the changes I made for my different variations. Honestly, the changes are pretty simple and not too extensive. I mainly changed the colors, added a few details, and designed a different headpiece for each dragon. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I'd love to see what you come up with if you decide to design your own special dragon variation. And as always, if you have any questions or feedback, feel free to let me know in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next tutorial. Bye for now!